Welcome learner. In earlier videos, you have seen that there are three major components of Automation Edge: Automation Edge Server, Agent, and Process Studio. So what is Automation Edge Server? It is an AI-driven intelligent RPA server where we can deploy the business process solutions, that is workflows. The Automation Edge Server can be hosted or deployed on-premise or on cloud. And it also has user interface which can be accessed through the URL. Here we will access the Automation Edge Server hosted on cloud. To access it, we need to visit t3.automationedge.com and user credentials to log in the server. In this video, we will explore Home and Resources page of Automation Edge Server UI. Automation Edge Server UI homepage showcases user profile, functionality menu as per user profile, Automation Edge license, and details of associated features like Agent, Process Studio, step unit counts. It also showcases the brief info about average workflow request and its execution details in a graph format. Then the Automation Edge resources page showcases steps to start for user, tutorials and guides for users, platform and plugin release notes, along with annexure guide and exercise files. Now let's log into T3 server and have a quick exploration on the home page and resources available on the Automation Edge Server UI. Very first, when you log into Automation Edge Server using the tenant admin credentials, this is how the server UI will look like. When you click on the name of the user, it will display all the information available like last login details, profile information, about server details, password changing functionality, setting or removing the logo or picture for the tenant, etc. Clicking the View Profile gives you the details about name, email, username, role of user, organization code, and the language in which you wanted to communicate with the server. Clicking on the About subtab gives you the details about UI version, server version, and supported framework versions of Automation Edge. Now let's go to the menus available on the left pane of the UI. As specified earlier, Home menu will give you brief information about Automation Edge Server and license, along with ongoing activities on the server. Please note that the homepage dashboard data gets refreshed every 5 minutes. Very first on homepage, you can see it displays welcome message to user and gives the information about resources page. When you click on the Take Me There button, it will redirect you to the resources page, from where any user can get the information and details for Automation Edge for a quick start. We will see these resources page once we complete exploring the home page. You can also close the welcome message temporarily or permanently by clicking the Do Not Show Again checkbox. Secondly, on home page, you can see the information about Automation Edge license, agent threads, Process Studio, and step unit count associated with the license. First sub-icon under it gives details about Automation Edge license, that is, type of license and validity of license. Here we are using the trial license for Automation Edge, which is now valid for another 53 days. Which also we can renew by clicking the Renew button on the top right corner. On this page, you will also be able to see history of all previous licenses. Now, coming back to home page after license details, second sub-icon gives the information about number of agent threads allocated for the current Automation Edge license. Means how many are currently utilized. That is, one thread is utilized among 4 threads. Next, third sub-icon specifies if any assisted agent is registered and in use for current Automation Edge server. After that, fourth sub-icon gives the information of utilization of steps, that is, how many number of steps are utilized from the allocated step units. It is nothing but if any workflow of Automation Edge server is using any step which is having a step count as 5. If a workflow is executed from server once, then a step unit count will be deducted by 5. And if the workflow is executed 3 times, then the step unit count will be decreased by 15 units likewise. So in all, tenant users can execute the processes from server till they have a valid AE license or step unit count is not reached to a maximum limit. If any of these two is not valid, then the client or tenants have to connect with AutomationEdge sales or license team for a renewal of license. The next fifth sub-icon gives the details of available Process Studio instances for current license and the count of utilized instances. Now coming down to home page, it gives information about different workflow requests and executions. The first graph gives the average resolution time for the workflow's execution. You can select the number of workflows to display the data and the duration in seconds or minutes. The next is a performance graph that shows the performance of workflows, that is, number of requests that were submitted for execution, among which how many were completed. This can be fetched on a daily, weekly, monthly, or quarterly basis. Lastly, you can see the graph which represents the request count in percentage for different workflows in a pie chart format, where you can select number of requests for which count can be displayed in a chart, and the details about total requests submitted for execution and count of completed requests in a tabular format. And finally, the workflow list gives you the exact and detailed count of all deployed workflows and count of requests. In this way, homepage displays overall information about AutomationEdge Server, starting from the user role, license, till the execution of the workflows. Now, let's have a walk through the Resources tab. This tab will give you an idea to kickstart with AutomationEdge. First table itself shows the path or navigation of getting started with AutomationEdge and Process Studio, which explains how you can proceed ahead to use AEPS. First step is to download Getting Started with AutomationEdge Cloud from the Guides section. Step 2 is to navigate the Process Studio tab and assign Process Studio license to a user. Then log in with that user and download Process Studio from the same tab. Step 3 is to download the exercise file from the Files section. Fourth step is to visit AutomationEdge Academy for self-paced training and certifying yourself. Step 5 is to go to YouTube channel for tutorial sections for additional information and to watch various videos. Step 6 is to join AutomationEdge community to learn about new updates, participate in interesting competitions, and discuss different topics around AutomationEdge. On community, you will also be able to see different issues with solutions. Next, second tab of tutorials displays the list of all tutorial videos. The third subtab, Guides, is a collection of all the guides like Getting Started with AutomationEdge Cloud, AutomationEdge User Guide, Process Studio User Guide, Activity Guide, Plugin Reference Guide, and Beta Plugin Reference Guide, which can be downloaded for further use. The fourth and fifth subtab, Platform and Plugin Release Notes, gives you an idea about what is newly added in each release of AutomationEdge and plugins by going through the specific release notes. The sixth subtab, Annexure, will be having Annexure Guide, where you will be able to see the plugins and OS compatibility before using it. On the seventh and last subtype, you will get the exercise project files to start the hands-on in Process Studio. Thank you for watching. Let's meet in the next video.